Get myself my friend. Welcome back to Right and Let's get right into it. So I don't see a lot of people talk about this, and well, I know why not a lot of people talk about this because usually when Ryan Garcia says something, he's lying, right? And he's been calling for so many fights. But you seen the title, Rayo versus fucking Ryan Garcia. If you don't know who Rayo is, you should. He just beat Isaac Pitbull Cruz in a great ass fight. So, more of the story, Ryan Garcia was into Instagram Live and then via Ryo, and you will see the video. They're pretty much talking about a fucking fight. And it's kind of weird.
But I beat every single one of his fighters. I've spanked every single one in the gym. He knows it. And if y'all want it, I'm gonna take RG. I'm gonna show Robert Garcia who the real Garcias are, and that's
That's
it. I'm
crazy.
gonna take you
Hell
down.
no,
Then
you
I'm gonna go
stupid.
take down Virgil Ortiz. Shit. I'm gonna
That's
spank
crazy.
Virgil Ortiz again. I beat him 3 and
That's
0.
crazy.
I know you probably
That's
don't even
crazy.
scar him. You probably think he's too big.
Bro, let's talk about that statement before we go more in the video. The fact that this motherfucker just said he's going to be Virgil Ortiz is kind of wild because, in my opinion, I don't think Ryan Garcia beats Virgil Ortiz. I think he gets done dirty by Virgil Ortiz because, number one reason, Virgil Ortiz is too big. Yes, when they fought in the amateurs, Ryan Garcia won, but that was amateurs. That when they were fucking teenagers, kids, bro. They're adults now. They fully grow into a body. And obviously, yes, Ryan Garcia say he's weighed like around 185, which is fucking crazy, bro. Like, look at his face. He looks more chubbier. He looks like he's, again, growing more weight. And that's bad. That dick right next to him, he's going to talk about the weight. And he's acting like, oh, him becoming more weight is good. No, that's bad. Because he's not growing muscle. He's growing fat. And that's going to fuck up his core. It's just going to fuck everything up. But who cares? So, anyways, fucking Ryan Garcia says he's gonna be Virgil Ortiz. I don't think that's true. I think he gets done dirty by Virgil Ortiz. But let's keep it going. Let's see what else he has to say. Fucking,
I will
come on.
knock him out, and you, I
That's
might even
crazy.
do you worse. Who knows?
Hell no,
I might treat you like you stole something.
hell no.
After that, I'll give you.
Right,
You take home about 3 million. You be happy, but you're gonna lose your teeth.
man.
That's
Your
crazy.
response, Rayo.
Hey,
Who
let's
is
make it
that?
happen.
His response,
Set a contract.
bro. Yo, hey, yo, why you put?
Wait,
Why you
when
put?
you off your
Why he
suspension?
put his hand?
April. So I know you probably don't want to do an exhibition.
Yeah. So we all know this fight we're talking about is going to happen most likely, uh, probably around April. And do I see this happening? But there's more that I want to talk about in this video. But do I even see this happening? I don't know, because I felt like Ryan Garcia, both Ryan and Devin should be Ryan versus Devin next fight. Both of them should fight each other next when it's available. Because that is going to make them the most money. So I really don't know what the game plan is. I don't know if Devin versus Ryan Garcia, the rematch is going to happen, but I think it should. It's going to make them the most money out of any fights they're going to get, and it just makes sense. And obviously, all we're talking about is when April they're fucking, when they can. Because let's be honest, Pro is not going to fight him in a fucking expedition match. Come on now.
But we could run it in April if you want to do a real fight. But like I said, I don't fight at
Of
140,
course, you want to do a
147,
real fight.
154. But we can meet in the middle,
I
144,
can
if you want.
do.
And
I
that'd be
can
a
make
great
144.
There we go.
144
Let's do
would.
it.
There we go. Now they're talking about the weight class 144. Then later, I think he says 145, but 144, 145. Now that tells me many things. That tells me one, Ryan Garcia cannot make 140, and I see some people saying he could if he wants to, but the fact that he's saying 144 cash weight just shows you I don't think he can. I don't think he trusts himself to make 140, and I just don't think he's going to make 140. I just think that's way too much. Even with a right rehydration, even without my bad, even without rehydration costs, I do not think he's going to make 140. Look at him right now, bro. Is just getting bigger and bigger. Like you gonna see later in the video, if he is truly around 180, imagine fucking a year. Cause remember, April, May, June, July, August. It's only been how many? Like 4 months. It's been only 4 months. This motherfucker got banned, and there's 8 months to go until next April. So the fact that it's already 4 months in and you're this overweight, and Matt, bro could reach 200 pounds, but it could be worse for him. It could be bad for him. Time only tells. But let's go. But it also interesting. 144. It'd be a good weight for both of them. 145 would be good, but I think 144 is a good weight for both of them.
Would be the ideal weight for me. You know how we'll figure out the numbers, but I feel like we could do a big fight and that's it.
Let's do it, man. You got two Mexican fighters, you know.
It would be a good
Well,
fight.
hey, we'll do a huge fight, man. Like I said, I respect your grind. I don't know when you started boxing, but I see what you're a champion.
Yo,
You
this
beat somebody
motherfucker
that
internet
nobody
is
thought
so
you could
bad.
beat, and I also beat somebody
Holy
that people
shit,
didn't
bro.
think I was gonna beat. So I think that two fighters that beat we're the underdogs come and fight each other, and I think we'll do a big fight.
Yeah, it's huge, man. We gotta talk. You gotta talk to Oscar. I'll talk to my people. You know.
Ryan, would you do a catch weight? Would you fight at 144?
Yeah, I'll do a catch weight.
Okay, cool. You heard it here first. Ryle's down with the catch weight versus Ryan. Why not just do 147 so you guys can eat? You don't have to cut that much.
Nah.
Okay, okay, that's crazy.
The most I'll do.
Okay, that's crazy, bro. This motherfucker just, bro, that's just crazy. A whole new weight class is crazy, bro. Because we all know that's, bro. He like, so you guys can eat. Come on, bro. Come on. Of course, he's the one talking about it. You guys can eat. Of course he's the, but for real, that's some dumb that's some dumb excuse. Oh, let's do high. No, bro. Obviously, 144, 147 just makes no sense because there's a whole new division. It's more farther. To be honest, 144 is already leeway enough. Like, if I was him, I'd do 143 because I'm the one with the world champion. Obviously, he's more famous, so that makes sense. 144 is honestly fair for both of them. So I think 144 is right. 147 is too high for Rayo. It's obviously the advantage is going to be for Ryan Garcia. And I'm pretty sure it's not going to have a fucking rehydration clause too. But I'm telling you, can this motherfucker even make 144? It's going to be interesting to see. Like, he doesn't look fat, but bro does look overweight. He does look chubby. But, like I said, it could be different leading into the fucking fight cam because all these boxers do gain some pounds after they stop. You know, they're not 100% all the time, 24/7, 365 days fit. So maybe it's just that, but I don't know. A year straight of partying and all that shit, it may take a toll of Ryan Garcia's body. But like I said, Ryan versus Ryan Garcia is an interesting fight. And let's keep going. 147 is a good weight.
145.
I mean 144.
You heard it here first.
Okay, cool. Hey,
Where'd the 145 come from? That's what I'm talking about. They say 144. Now they move to 145. I think 145 is a little too unfair, in my opinion. I think 144 is good enough. 145, I think, is a little bit unfair because only 2 pounds lower than 147, and you're already fucking maxing it with 5 pounds above 140. If this fight does happen, that's the thing. I'm not sure if it will. It is a good fight to happen, but Rayo needs to stay undefeated till April. And two, Ryan Garcia is going to have other choices because any fights he's going to be in is going to be a big fight. That's not wrong. Let's not be, kid ourselves. Whoever next fight he fights is going to be a good fight and a big fight too. So if he faces Rayo, I don't think it's going to be 145. I think it's kind of too unfair. Maybe Rayo agrees to it because he knows it's going to be a big paycheck, probably one of his bigger paycheck of his whole career if he fights Ryan Garcia. So he's probably like, fuck it, let's do 145. But I don't think he should do it. It makes no sense. 145, I think it's too much. I think 144 is a perfect number. But maybe they go 145.
there it is, guys. You guys heard it here first.
You solid, Rayo.
Hey,
But
We're going to see.
hey, Ryan, it's different with me though, man. Yeah, I'm like that for
Rayo,
real,
look at how
man.
big this fool is.
Hey,
I'm a
yo.
big motherfucker, Ryan.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo, bro is in
I'm not.
cold ass
I
underwear culling
think
with
he's
it,
pushing more
man.
weight right now. What are you, 160?
Yeah, probably around there, like
I'm
160.
So he's around 160. He goes to 140. That shows you how much these athletes cut weight. God damn.
175
This
right now.
guy's pushing 180.
Well, I'm gonna have to start.
That's crazy. That's what I want to talk about.
Because hey, that looks nice, but my
That's crazy. Pushing 180 is crazy. Like, I'm not sure you should brag about that, my guy. Because that's will push you 180. That's near, and being like 5'8", 5. I feel. I don't know if that push you overweight, but that's pushing. That's pushing. Like I don't feel like that's good. 180. It's let's not kid ourselves. It's not muscles. 180 is not one. It's not 180 pound of muscles. 180 pounds of half muscle, half fat. So I'm not sure if this is great for him to do that shit. In my opinion, making so if he is 180, bro could even make 140. How can bro cut 40 pounds? I don't. Maybe because it's. I don't know, bro. We just gotta wait and see because maybe it's different with actual fat, like fat. So maybe when you, I still because then fat turns into muscle, like all that garbage food, alcohol, fat, whatever. It's gonna turn into muscle if you actually train. It's gonna make you more heavy. So I'm not even sure if he can even make 144. Somebody tell him if he is honestly 180. Definitely he can now make 140, 100%. But can he even make 140? 145? I'm not sure. That's where the big question asks. That's why I want to wait for this part. Can he even make 145? Can he even make 147? I feel like he could make 147, but I think that's where he is. Honestly, I could see him going to 145. It's kind of wild that he even made 135 to begin with. Like he bro really grew a lot. Like if you look back at when he was even when he if you even go back to when he was fighting Tank, bro was the last skinner. You could tell he was dehydrated as fuck. He grew a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Punch goes crazy. I ain't gonna lie. You can say
His
all I
punch
have
does
is
go
left hook, but if
crazy.
it still lands, it's gonna be a problem. I'm telling you.
That is true.
Like
He's
the
not
one,
lying.
like the one Luke Campbell hit you with. I'm real good at throwing though.
You like that one? You like that shot? hey, I want to taste that right here. You got to hit right here though.
Hell yeah! All right, let's do it, man.
Hey, where you
We
at
gonna
right now? You on
see.
vacation
Yeah,
or you
I'm
at home? Where you at?
chilling. I'm vacation.
No, you just came back from vacation, right?
Yeah, I'm home now.
Where'd you go?
Be real. Do you think I did steroids? Be real.
To be honest, I don't.
Yeah, first
Bro,
of
it
all,
took
I
a
didn't even
long
look like
time.
I did steroids.
Bro, it took a long time to answer, but I'm pretty sure that's all. That's all the interesting stuff. That's all they talk about. And they talk about more other bullshit. But like I said, this is an interesting Ryo versus. For I want to say now Ryo versus Ryan Garcia is a very interesting fight because of multiple options for multiple things. Number one, it's a first fight from Ryan Garcia. He wants it to be his first fight. That's one. Number two, it's a southpaw he's facing, so that left hook is gonna be harder to hit since it's a southpaw. Since to go jab, and that's the number one thing he's gonna be worried about, right? Number two, unless he get cashing, but also, again, it's an interesting fight. Southpaw versus orthodox, southpaw versus right-handed versus left-handed. It's an interesting fight, and when Ryan Garcia got big ass left hand, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Again, that Philly show, it ain't gonna work on the southpaw, so that's for fucking sure. And we really don't know how is Ryo's shin. That's the one thing we don't know. We don't know how Ryo's shin. Obviously, Ryo could took all of Pitbull Cruz fucking power, but it's not like he hurt Pitbull Cruz. He hit him with some good shots, but again, Pitbull Cruz survived Tank. Something that even though I know Tank was injured, but still he had one hand good working, but Tank couldn't knock him out. Not a lot of people can knock out Pitbull. Pitbull has a good ass shin, so maybe that's why Ryo couldn't knock him out. So we really don't know. We just know Ryo's a good ass boxer, great ass technique, and he has some power and good speed. That's all we really don't know. We don't know if he has how much of power he has, and we don't know if he has a good shin or not. If he does have good shin and good power, this fight is a good fight. It just can't he survive Ryan Garcia fucking fast ass left hook and not get hit by it? Because I don't think Ryo has a bow and arrow jab, but it doesn't even matter. Like if they do fight, it's going to matter. Is Ryo quick enough to jab and to watch out for that left hook? I think whoever wins this fight is who's going to be more quicker. That's the main question. Who is going to be more quicker? That's the main question. If Ryo versus Ryan Garcia happens, number one question and number one thing that's going to win this fight is who's quicker. Because if Ryo, don't forget, he's a southpaw. So if Ryo quicker, he's going to be able to jab, and Ryan Garcia is not going to be able to fucking time the left hook with the jab to hit him. So he may get jab, left-handed a lot that fight. But let's talk about, does this even happen? Does Ryo versus Ryan Garcia even happen? It could happen. There's some chance that it could happen. Because they're obviously talking about that fight. There's only two reasons to talk about that fight. Reason number one, so both of them, for content creators like us to have their names in our mouth so we could talk about them for the clout. But option number two is because maybe they do want to fight. Maybe they actually do want to fight. And I feel like it would be a good fight, but my number one thing is that Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney should happen. And I think that's a fight that should happen as soon as Ryan Garcia is unbanned. I think that's a fight that should happen because that's the biggest fight both of them can make. Like both of them, their biggest fight is against each other. There's nobody else who would give them a bigger paycheck, more views, more name power. None of that. It's Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Without Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia could probably find some better fights, not bigger fights in my opinion. Like at 147, no, fuck no. He would find nobody else that's bigger. Boost versus Ryan Garcia is a big fight, but I wouldn't even say it's bigger than fucking Devin versus Ryan. That's how big it is. That's how big it is. Think about it. Ryan Garcia versus Devin is probably the biggest fight both of them can make next. Think of Devin. Devin, the only bigger fight that could be bigger than Ryan is Tank. And that's not going to happen. And the only bigger fight for Ryan is probably at 154. Because I think Boost versus Ryan is not even bigger than Devin versus Ryan. That should tell you something, bro. I don't think no, they can barely make any other fights that's going to be bigger than both of these. The only fights for Ryan is probably Bud or even Spence or Fedor, but again, all at 154. Oh, that's pretty much skipping the weight class of 147 and going straight to 154. So if I'm them, I'm like, yo, let's fight each other, let's make more bread, because you go make probably double what you made last time because of how much hype is going to be around this fight. So let's be honest, the first fight, it was hype, but it wasn't that hype. The hype came up after the fight. The hype came after the fight because people didn't even think Ryan was even going to go through the fight or the crazy ass bullshit he was doing. So again, it's going to be interesting to see what happened. I don't think Ryan versus Ryan is going to happen. If I'm Ryan team, I'm doing Devin Haney versus Ryan. But maybe Devin Haney doesn't want it since he don't want a chance to get that L taken away. But let's be honest, if Devin Haney is not going to fight any big names, he can not main event pay-per-view by himself because nobody really going to want to see him. So it's going to be interesting to see what happened. My opinion, Ryan versus Devin Haney should be the next fight. But like I said, we just got to wait and see. But anyways, guys, what do you think should happen? We would like to see Ryo versus Ryan Garcia. I think Ryo versus Ryan Garcia would be a great fight. I just don't think it happened in the cash weight too. But again, maybe Ryan Garcia doesn't want a world champion because don't forget, he hasn't won a world champion yet. I feel like he will want a world champion, but again, we just got to wait and see. Three dreams.